What's up, everybody? This is Peter again for Sports Hot Rumors and Debates. How are you guys today? Man, yesterday was a crazy week in the NFL, and if you're an MLB fan, when they added that extra wild card spot, it changed everything for the teams who are still fighting towards the end because you never know what can happen. It gives fans hope. And in the NFL, when they did this, I loved it, right? Because you get that extra spot. You don't know what can happen. You get a team, it makes all these cities more hungry, makes them into it, even if they have like a 500 record going into the last quarter of the season. They're still confident. Well, you never know. You can sneak in, and anything can happen once you sneak in. So let's talk about yesterday. Let's go with before I get into my Cardinals, let's get into the upset. The Rams just completely shocked the world and probably lost a lot of people money, right? And I know the guy I'm playing in fantasy had the Rams defense, and that was shocking. I had Cam Akers, which was even more shocking for me. So you look, and it just goes to show you, right? No matter who gets hot, no matter what happens, goes to what I just tell you. Anything can happen in the playoffs. And look, that is a huge, huge thing. So if you sit there and you think, oh, wait a minute, my team they got it, it's no problem. Because look, a couple weeks ago when the Rams were dominating, you're like, holy shit, who's going to stop this team if Mcvay is so smart? Now people are calling for McVay's job. Are you insane? Are you absolutely insane to call for McVay's job? This guy is a phenomenal coach. Don't blame him because Goff don't know what the hell he's doing. Goff was awful yesterday. It looks like they were in the club all night. Anyway, I expect the Rams to bounce back, but the happiest team is probably Seattle in that one. Let's jump anymore. I'm going to make this really quick. Patrick Mahomes is, I know everybody knows how unbelievable he is, and there's nothing I can say that's going to shock people, but the little thing I want to say is his 3rd and 8s and 3rd and 12s, and that he makes look ridiculous, is just an icing on the cake of why this guy is the best quarterback in the world right now. This guy, I watched him yesterday, and there were so many tough plays, and the Saints got wonderful defense. He made them look terrible on some plays. So you got to tip your hat to this guy and understand that it's not like he's super fast. It's not like he's Lamar Jackson fast. This man throws to his left or right, back to the middle of the field. Everything you're told not to do, he's doing, and it's just works for him because he's that great. So I just want to tip my hat to that guy and just say that. Let's go right now with the Arizona Cardinals. And, I didn't make a video last week because I told you guys I'm going to give them, a few weeks to see what happens, right? Cliff Kingsbury, to me, his job was on the line if he would have lost the next 4. Not only did they play great against the Giants, right? The defense was wonderful. The Giants got great defense, by the way, but their defense was wonderful against the Giants. So Vance Joseph came out, saved Cliff Kingsbury in Arizona because it kept Kyler in the game more, and they were able to do a lot different. However, Arizona this week, you knew it was going to be a shootout, right? Arizona coming into this week, you said a couple of things. Like, let's see exactly how the defense responds to a better offense, and their kryptonite is running quarterbacks. They struggle with running quarterbacks completely. So you start looking at what was the positives to yesterday, right? Because it came down to the end. The positives, Kyler Murray was phenomenal except for him holding the ball like it's a loaf of bread. That is killing me because there's defenders that are starting to strip him. There's defenders that are learning. And when he goes down, he's not going down the whole way. So when they're tackling him, he's trying to make something happen. So just sometimes you got to take a sack. It's okay. That's where he's got to, that's where he's got to do a learning curve here because it's not getting it for him. He's trying to do too much, and I understand. It's almost like Deshaun Watson. Sometimes you feel you got to do too much, and it's okay. What makes Russell Wilson great is sometimes the play's over. That's it. Move on to the next one. Then he threw a pick in the end zone, which hurt, right? That was another one. But Arizona's defense definitely bailed him out. And Arizona's defense, let's talk about Gardick for a second. This guy needs to be almost in every damn play because he is that good, and he is one of those guys who gets the bench going. He gets the team motivated, even if he's down with his wonderful stupid celebrations that he does. He's getting everybody pumped up. That's what you need. You need guys like him, right? And let alone he's a really good player. So the guy pumps up the team, gets the offense going because he's getting 3 and outs, or he strips the ball. Whatever he does, he gets everybody pumped up. So that guy is what you're looking for in Arizona. Arizona's defense is getting better because all their guys are starting to come back, and obviously Chandler Jones is not here, but they're getting better because everybody's starting to get a little bit more healthy. However, What I need to understand is Arizona still let the Eagles back in the game, and there was a bunch of 3rd and 15s and 3rd and 20s, right? The play from Watkins who turned around and Simmons took the wrong route. That happens to a rookie. He made a mistake. Okay, but there was other plays that I'm seeing Jeffrey wide open, Origa wide open. Like, that can't happen on 3rd and 15, right? You just can't, because say we do sneak into the playoffs. Say Arizona sneaks into the playoffs. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you're playing? Because if you do get into the last spot, right? What are you going to do if you play either the Saints or you play the Packers, right? Because it's going to be one of those two teams that you're going to have to play. What are you going to do when you do that? To me, it's just one of those things where I'd rather play the Packers. And I'll tell you why. If you play Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, at least they their defense isn't good. But if you play the Saints got a great offense, and then their defense is top notch, and they will shut down their offense. So we they almost shut down Mahomes. You don't need this. So Arizona's got to be smart with their third down plays, right? Like, so many times you see 3rd and 2s are a 50-yard throw or a 25-yard throw instead of a 3-yard throw to Max Williams or something that nobody expects, or Dan Arnold, or throw to Larry, who doesn't drop the damn ball ever, and that touchdown was amazing by him. So there's a lot of plays that need to be fixed. Now, Cliff Kingsbury, I said his job was on the line, right? That was just my opinion. That fake punt on whatever it was I think a 4th and 7 or something like that. That fake punt took heavy steel balls, because if it doesn't work, you're like, fire this guy immediately. And if it works, you're like, brilliant. The one thing I would say is that balls that he has is what I'm looking for in all these 4th and 1s and 4th and 2s. That's what I'm saying. That's what you should have done from in the beginning of the year. We would have won so many more games if you took that confidence into it, right? That is what I'm looking for. And it just seems like the last few games he's got back into that, which is hopefully just a young coach trying to do too much before, and now he's just getting back to his roots. That's what I'm hoping for. So let's talk about the main player in this game, and that's Deandre Hopkins. Deandre Hopkins is a bad MF. He's a bad motherfucker. And I'm telling you right now, man, that guy is not a joke. And everybody knows that. But what he's doing with the ball, it's like he's holding a tennis ball. That play, 99% of the receivers would have dropped the ball at the end when he was falling out. He was holding the ball in the air like he was holding like a Spalding or a handball, whatever you want to say. Right? That, to me, is just like one of those things where you're like, holy shit. Like, this guy is on another level. Like, he's great. But what I'm looking for from Kyler and everything is, DeAndre can be in everything. If when he plays the top teams, they're going to try to double him and everything. So using Larry coming back the last couple of weeks changes a lot, right? You don't realize, even if he doesn't get touchdowns, he gets these 3rd and 5s. He'll get 2nd and 10. He'll get you 5 yards, 5 catches, 60 yards. He'll get a block. He'll do everything that he needs to do. So having Larry back is great. Kirk was okay yesterday. Drake was kind of shut down because the Eagles got really good defense. Edmonds played well. So Arizona as a team played really well. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to get something. So Arizona as a team played really well. However, like, there's still a lot of these things where clearly, like, one play going wrong or another could have easily had us losing in. We've been in so many close games this year, which, it's great, right? Obviously, we're progressing. However, there's a lot of things that we need to tighten up. And if you want to become more than just a team that just sneaks into the wild card, or you want to go further in the playoffs, you got to tighten these things up, because we got the talent, for sure. But there's a lot of things that need to be fixed, for sure, 100%. But let's talk about playoff scenarios. The Bears play the freaking Jaguars. So Arizona needs to do their job this week, because if Arizona wins and the Bears lose, they're in the playoffs, right? I don't want to say the Bears, this is an obvious game for the Bears, because the Jets, look what just happened. But for me, if Arizona can win this game, and assuming the Bears win, if they both win their games, right, then I'm a little worried, because the last game of the year, you play the Rams, So it's just one of those things where Arizona, at least you control your own destiny. Win, you're in, right? For the next game, win and you're in. So you should have been in already with some of these losses. That's why those losses to, like, the Dolphins and to the Patriots hurt, right? Those losses kill you, because we already be clinching the playoffs. However, shit happens, and at least a couple weeks ago when we were 6-6, you say to yourself, what's the next couple games going to look like? And they showed up. They showed up against a tough Giant team. Let's not kid ourselves. The Giants got really good defense, really good. Okay, they showed up against them, and then they showed up against. I don't care what the Eagles, everything. The Eagles played really well. The Eagles got a good team. They have really good offense and good weapons, and obviously a quarterback was young. And I'm not saying this guy's going to be really good. Everybody said that about Wentz. So did I. You said that about Kaepernick. You just don't know. You can't say that because teams have to adjust to players, right? Clearly, they don't. They haven't adjusted to Hurts. He just started a couple weeks ago. He looks good. He looks very talented. He looked calm in the game. So he definitely missed throws, but he looked really good. So who knows? But the Eagles have a good team. So Arizona always plays like in shootouts. Let's hope they do their job against the Niners, and then we'll see what happens. But at least it's fun to be an Arizona fan, and for you Arizona fans, they give you heart attacks. They just been doing it for so many years. They just seem to just put teams back in the game when they don't need to be. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Talk to you soon. Bye.